Hello, you are welcome to this edition of the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. We're broadcasting live from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano here in Accra. I am Charles Ozukumi. Coming up. Education Ministry begs striking Colleges of Education Teachers Association for a 2-week moratorium as industrial action bites.
We are negotiating. There were issues that the National Labour Commission made declaration and award in their favor that has not been respected by government since 2022. We'll see how we can remedy the situation, but I've also requested them to go and consider calling off the strike.
Also coming up, court gives Wesley Girls Senior High School 14 days to respond to allegations of religious discrimination. President Mahama waters down public pressure for appointment of substantive defense and environmental ministers, saying those positions will be filled next year.
It's taking fiscal discipline. We've had to be in discipline, all the appointees. We made a promise to appoint not more than 60 ministers, and some people said, how are you going to work with only 60 ministers? As I speak today, we're working with 58 ministers because unfortunately, they say Allah gives and Allah takes. He took 2 of our comrades.
Later in the bulletin, President Mahama again approves 2-year extension for Inspector General of Police Christian Tete Yohuno, following a recommendation by the Police Council. Coming up in Channel 1 Business. Abosiokan's spare parts dealers reduce prices of goods to reflect consistent appreciation of the cedi against the US dollar. And in Channel 1 Sports. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn confident Anthony Joshua will approach fight with YouTuber turned professional boxer Jay Paul with the same level of seriousness as his previous bouts. Grateful to you for your time here on the Channel 1 Newsroom. Let's begin the bulletin. As the nationwide strike by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana intensifies, the Ministry of Education has asked CETAG for a 2-week window to address their grievances. The ministry expects the union to suspend the ongoing industrial action during this period. Channel 1 News' Samuel Akom has more.
On Monday, 24th November, the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana declared an indefinite strike. The association says its action follows the government failure to fully implement the National Labour Commission's arbitral award issued on 2nd May 2023. Concerned about the significant disruptions to academic activities, the Education Minister Haruna Idrisu met with CETAG leadership on 25th November to discuss unresolved issues. Following the meeting, the minister announced that the ministry has requested 2 weeks to address CETAG's concerns on condition that the strike is called off during that period.
We are negotiating. There were issues that the National Labour Commission made declaration and award in their favor that has not been respected by government since 2022. We'll see how we can remedy the situation, but I've also requested them to go and consider calling off the strike and give us some 2 weeks to see what the state can do, and it goes back to 2022-2023.
CETAG's leadership told Channel 1 News that the outcome of the meeting will be presented to its National Executive Committee, after which a formal response will be communicated to the ministry regarding its request.
We thank the minister, but we want to say that we'll have to consult with council and take a decision. You know that the strike was embarked upon when National Council took the decision. That's NEC in consultation with council. So certainly, as we stand, we cannot say anything regarding whether we are going to suspend or not suspend. So we have to revert to them and take the final decision. We'll do that before the week ends.
It is therefore expected that the leadership of CETAG will convey the meeting's outcome to its National Executive Council, after which the final decision as to whether to permanently call off the strike or give the 2 weeks as requested by the ministry will be decided. Reporting for Channel One News, I am Samuel Akom.
Meanwhile, a visit to the Holy Child College of Education in Secondary shows visibly distraught students who say the academic work has been severely disrupted as the nationwide strike by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CETAG, enters the second day. Our Western Bureau Chief Akwasia JNM reports from second day.
Today is the second day of the CETAG declared strike because of disagreements with government over the payment of the allowances, which are still outstanding. And there's a typical atmosphere here at the Holy Child College of Education here in Sekendi, Takrade. And I'll just be going around to see how things are shaping up here.
The striking is really distracting our studies. You know, we just came on campus, school just resumed, and here is the case, they said they are going on strike. We've not learned anything.
This strike is really affecting us because it leads to destruction of classes. You can imagine a student just came. You see, some of them have even stayed in the house for so long, and then for them to get easy understanding of the course, it's not easy.
And so far, the strike is not helping us because though we will study on our own, we will do our research, but we need the lecturers to do more clarification on the course because we just resumed.
So we reported this month 11th and we've been hit hard by the strike. As a first year student, we are very concerned with our studies, and should the strike continue, then I'm afraid because already we are not used to the course.
The Student Representative Council President of the Holy Child College of Education here in Sekendi, while summarizing the concerns of students over here because of the strike, also put forward their appeal to government and the teachers.
It really came as a surprise for us. We were confused about the strike when we heard the news, and it is really disturbing us a lot with our studies. And you can see from this morning, we went to class, but lecturers are not around. And we have encouraged ourselves to study in groups. So we are helping ourselves.
The local chapter chairman of the CETAG tells me that even though they appreciate the concerns expressed by these students, they are still hoping that government will quicken the pace at addressing their concerns.
We have 5 concerns. One is that 2002 we work the whole year without break, and they were supposed to give us some allowances. They agreed that they will even give us. They never did. Then we have some top-ups. 2001, 2002, they paid us some top-up, book and research allowance top-up, but they didn't give Akrokeri. That one is for only Akrokeri. But 2002, 2003, book and research top-up, they're supposed to give us, they didn't give us. 2003, 2004, the same thing, they didn't give us. And the last most important one is downgrading some of our colleagues with masters to principal instructors. These are the main things we are fighting for.
For management of the Holy Child College of Education here in Sekendi, their expectation is just like the students. And there's the hope that government will soon actually address the concerns of the teachers so that they will come back for full academic work to actually kick in.
For those of us in administration, we do acknowledge the plight of CETAG and their demands. And we are closely monitoring the situation and to see how best we can minimize the effect on academic activities.
For Channel One TV News, I'm Akwasia JNM, Sekendi.
Now, away from the CETAG strike, the Tafo Circuit Court in the Ashanti region has remanded a 36-year-old woman into prison custody for allegedly pouring hot water on a 9-year-old girl and inflicting knife wounds on her for defecating in their room. The accused, Beauty Alakwe, faces charges of assault and causing harm after appearing before the court. Channel 1 News' Middle Belt Bureau Chief Hafiz Tijani has more.
The victim, Ruth Wisdom, is currently under the care of social welfare officers in Kwabri East, who are overseeing her treatment and safety. Their intervention followed a directive from the Minister for Gender and Social Protection, Na Momolate, after a Channel 1 news report highlighted the abuse. The accused is the victim's elder sister. Co-tenants revealed that the child, who was brought from Nigeria to live with her at Duase in the Kumasi metropolis, had suffered continuous abuse. Saturday's incident reportedly occurred after the accused beat the girl and injured her hand because she defecated in the room. Residents say the suspect routinely locks both the victim and her own child in their room each night while she goes to work, only returning the next day. The room has no toilet facility, forcing the children to rely on a nearby public toilet. When the victim is unable to go out, she defecates into a plastic bag, something the suspect allegedly reacts to with severe beatings. The latest assault drew the attention of co-tenants and neighbors, who rescued the girl and rushed her to the hospital. Health workers at the Mensah District Hospital told Channel 1 News that they discovered several old bruises on the girl, indicating prolonged abuse. In court on Tuesday, the accused requested legal representation, which the court granted. Presiding Judge His Honor Festus Fuvinukunu initially ordered that she be remanded in police custody. However, the prosecution appealed for her to be held in prison custody instead, explaining that the washroom at the Kenyasi police cells, where she was initially detained, was out of order, making a return there impractical. The accused has been remanded into prison custody to reappear on 12 December 2025. Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Tafel Circuit Court, Ashanti Region.
Now back in Accra, the Ministry of Education is warning that it will not tolerate any violation of students' rights to freely practice their religion. The caution comes as renewed concerns emerge over alleged discrimination against Muslim students at Wesley Girls Senior High School. Addressing Parliament, Education Minister Haruna Idrisu emphasized that the rights of every Ghanaian child, regardless of religious background, must be respected and protected.
That there is some ongoing debate on restrictions on Muslim students in Wesley Girls, which conflicts with international human rights standards and even standard expected of us in Ghana's Constitution and Article 33(5) and 26(1) of the Constitution. And then to assure our colleagues that we have a duty to uphold the rights of every Ghanaian child and to uphold the rights of every Ghanaian citizen. No right is divisible, and that we will not countenance any action by any person to deny any Ghanaian girl the opportunity to profess or practice any religion.
Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has directed Wesley Girls Senior High School to formally respond to allegations that it prevents Muslim students from practicing their religion. The court says these claims raised by private legal practitioner Shafiq Osman lie at the heart of the constitutional case before it. The school has 14 days to file its response. The following report has more.
Plaintiff Shafiq Osman alleges that Wesley Girls Senior High School enforces policies that bar Muslim students from observing their religious practices, including fasting and prayer, and compels them to participate in Methodist worship because the school is owned by the Methodist Church. He argues that these actions amount to systemic discrimination and violations of religious rights. During Tuesday's sitting, the Attorney General applied to withdraw and replace an earlier statement of case. Although the panel, chaired by Justice Gabriel Scott Foreman, granted a request, the bench raised concerns that the amended document still failed to address the core factual allegations. The court therefore ordered the first defendant, the Board of Governors of Wesley Girls High School, to respond directly to the specific claims. The panel noted that the allegation that the school prevents Muslim students from practicing their faith is particularly serious and requires clarity. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has also granted permission to Democracy Hub to file legal submissions as amicus curiae, but only after all parties have filed their respective documents. At the Human Rights Division of the High Court, former BOST Managing Director Edwin Provincial has met his 30 million bail condition and has been released after spending more than 2 weeks in Yoko custody. He was arrested at the Kutuka International Airport while preparing to travel to Mozambique in connection with an alleged case of causing financial loss to the state. His lawyer, Charles Autry, expressed gratitude to supporters who showed concern during his client's time in custody.
Well, he was admitted to bail by the court, and the bail was a reduction from 60 million to 30 million. The variation also occurred that there should be two sureties, one to justify. Finally, we've met the justification with landed property for 30 million Ghana cedis. And he's met all the conditions, and so it's time for him to go.
Has he been aware of the support he's received, and what is his reaction to that?
Well, he's very thankful, and you can see he needs to get home.
In a separate development, an executive assistant at the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, Antoinette Ama Abuache, has been arraigned before Circuit Court 3 on charges of defrauding by false pretenses. Prosecutors allege she diverted 221,000 Ghana cedis meant for a ticket procurement investment into a sports betting account. She pleaded not guilty and was granted 200,000 Ghana cedis bail with 3 sureties, 2 of whom must be close relatives, with 1 required to justify the bail.
In more news, President John Dramani Mahama has approved a 2-year extension for Inspector General of Police Christian Tete Yohuno following a recommendation by the Police Council. The extension allows IGP Yohuno to continue leading the Ghana Police Service as it deepens ongoing reforms and strengthens national security operations. The move is aimed at ensuring continuity in security management and sustaining progress achieved under his leadership. Appointed earlier this year, IGP Yohuno has been credited with enhancing police visibility, improving crime response strategies, and advancing community policing initiatives across the country. He was originally expected to retire in December 2025. Let's stay with the presidency. President John Dramani Mahama says he intends to appoint the next Defense and Environment Ministers in 2026. The announcement is expected to follow the Christmas celebrations, as he says consultations are still ongoing for the upcoming appointments. The 2 ministerial positions have remained vacant following the deaths of Defense Minister Dr. Edward Omanibuama and the Minister for Environment, Dr. Mutala Mohammed, in the August 6th helicopter crash earlier this year. The president, addressing the Ghana Muslim Mission at the Jubilee House, dismissed claims that he plans to appoint anyone at this particular moment.
It's taking fiscal discipline. We've had to be in discipline, all the appointees. We made a promise to appoint not more than 60 ministers, and some people said, how are you going to work with only 60 ministers? As I speak today, we're working with 58 ministers because, unfortunately, they say Allah gives and Allah takes. He took 2 of our comrades, and we haven't filled those positions yet. I can see people speculating he's going to appoint a new defense minister, a new environment minister. We're not in a hurry. I'll do those appointments next year after the holiday, the Christmas and the New Year. We'll fill those positions. And so those speculating about somebody going to be appointed tomorrow and all that, I mean, just take your time. Go and enjoy Christmas. And then after Christmas, we will take a decision on those ones.
Now, a group has petitioned the presidency to remove the special prosecutor, Korle Lagoon, within 2 months after embarking on a peaceful protest from the Obra spot to the Jubilee House. The group alleges that the special prosecutor has abused his office by pursuing personal vendettas and delaying investigations into corruption cases, particularly those involving former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Channel 1 News' Manuel Ayama covered the protest and filed this report.
Amid chants and protest songs, the demonstrators expressed their conviction that the special prosecutor has overstepped his mandate. The group says its action was prompted by concerns over alleged misconduct by the special prosecutor, including his handling of cases involving former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, poor collaboration of other state institutions in the anti-corruption fight, conflict of interest claims, and allegations that he assigns domestic chores to staff at his residence.
Then he said, even to further add, he said he went to NIB to seek help and didn't get help. It has turned out that it is false. He didn't go to NIB. He said he went to immigration to seek help. He didn't get help. It has turned out it is false. He said he went to national security to seek help to arrest Ofori-Atta. He didn't get help. It has turned out it is false. So when your special prosecutor comes to lie to Ghanaians that he was attempting to arrest Ofori-Atta and yet he has no evidence of it and the state institutions are denying, that alone is sufficient for Korle Lagoon to resign.
Upon reaching the Jubilee House, the group presented its petition, which was received by the Deputy Minister in charge of Government Communications, Shamima Muslim, who assured them that the matter would be addressed.
We are very happy when citizens mobilize to exercise their constitutional rights to freedom of expression. His Excellency has assured all citizens, all manner of citizens, all people of various political persuasions, that he is a president that believes in the rights of the citizens of Ghanaians, and he has assured that no citizen must feel fearful in their expression of their rights. And so we see your demonstration here today as a way of activating our Constitution, which is a live document. So you are welcome, and we are happy to receive your petition this afternoon.
In response, the convener of the group, Apostle Abraham Labi Lincoln, warned that if the special prosecutor is not removed within 2 months, they will return with another protest.
I believe that every citizen must express his sentiments, whatever he feels that is not going well in this country. And one of the things I know, that when you get opportunity to serve in an office, it doesn't mean that you own or you should lord over Ghanaians. There is a need for you to serve and respect Ghanaians. So thank you for receiving us. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Right. So we will hand your petition over.
But we will watch for about 2 months. Just 2 months. If nothing is done, we'll come back again.
Well, call it politically motivated, but for the group, they want the removal of the special prosecutor, Korle Lagoon. Reporting for Channel 1 News from the Jubilee House, I am Manuel Ayama.
Let's now focus on sanitation. The Korle Lagoon, nestled at the southern edge of Accra, is one of the city's most defining natural landmarks. Fed by the Odo River, which snakes through the heart of the capital, the lagoon empties gently into the Gulf of Guinea, forming a natural connection between Accra's inland ecosystem and the Atlantic Ocean. However, poor drainage systems, indiscriminate dumping of solid waste, and encroachments along its banks has choked the lagoon's natural flow, making the once thriving water body teeming with aquatic life one of the most polluted water bodies in the country. Channel 1 TV's David Kwekusechi captured the deteriorating state of the lagoon in a photo report and joins us now to shed some more light on the situation. You're welcome, David.
Thank you.
KD, you're welcome. How bad is the situation?
Oh, terrible. Terrible. I have at least 100 photos that tell the story, and I don't do the entire Odo River.
Okay.
So the story I start the story from Alajo all the way to the estuary, and then when it enters the lagoon, enters the sea.
Okay.
So I do that story. So, but just a bit of a background. So the Odo River itself is about 30 kilometers long, starting from the heart of the Equapim Hills. Okay, and it descends down through Abokobi, through Westlands, Hacho area, heading towards Dome, and then we begin to see it more prominently when we get down to Achimota and then Alajo, and then that's where you begin to see it more prominently in town. So that's the course. And then this photo here, for example, is at Alajo. Okay, and you have a stream that's coming from here, but the main Odo River is this one here. That's coming from here. Now, one of the things about the difficulties that I experienced was that here's a cattle ranch.
Okay.
Okay, it's an entire cattle ranch, and what you're seeing up there too is a whole cattle ranch that's up there. And so the cattle, the effluence from the cattle, everything goes straight into the river. Okay, polluting the river. Now, I don't know how long this cattle ranch has been here, but apparently I seem to be the only one who's new in town, because this has been here for a long time, and I didn't know that until I went and did this project, you know, that I discovered this. Yeah, so this is symptomatic of, you know, what we're seeing in terms of a failure of urban planning and waste management. So this is a closer shot.
Urban planning.
Yes.
When you say urban planning, what do you mean?
Okay, so you know, the whole idea of creating these channels, okay, was to prevent erosion and to block the water so that the water channels don't get spilled into by debris and so on and so forth, okay? But look, we've done this.
So encroachment, right?
Yes, so there's encroachment on the sides. Look at this. Have you seen the silt there? This is how much silt has built up. There's at least a meter of silt in this water.
So where is this?
This is actually at Alajo.
Okay.
Okay. And so imagine the streams, the rainfall gets heavy in the hills and it's all coming down. This will get blocked. It can easily spill over the road because imagine the amount of silt beneath what you're looking at. Because it's a symptom of it here. Look at the extreme right there. And the silt goes, I have other shots that show the silt all the way back, about 100 meters, just silt. Okay? This one we are seeing here is kind of interesting because, so if you can go to the previous picture.
It's very heavy.
The previous picture, if we can look at the previous one. Yeah, so this one is at Circle. So the Odo River courses through, comes to Circle. After Alajo, it comes to Circle, right? It comes to Aveno and then Circle. Okay, so now this is the Circle point. Now, there's a bathroom here. On the other side of this river, you constantly see people doing open defecation.
Number 2.
Yeah, meanwhile, there's a bathroom right here. For me, it's quite interesting to see that, you know. This was actually at the
lagoon itself, right?
The lagoon itself, and this is on the Lavender Hill section. So, you know, the lagoon has 2 sections. It has the Kolebu section, which is like you're coming from Adedempo into Kolebu, and then it has the Lavender Hill section, which feeds High Street. You know, so this is the High Street section. Okay. Yeah, and so that's what you're seeing here. And I have a picture that shows the silt, the volume of silt. You know, we keep talking about dredging, right? Dredging the river. I'm telling you, if you can show us that picture where you see it's like a mound of greenery inside. No, this is just the sanitation problem. Look at this. It's a mountain of filth and mess. Oh, here we go. That's the guy doing the open defecation. So the opposite side of this is that set of bathrooms that we saw, you know, but he's here doing this.
I mean, for years we've talked about how we've allowed the Odo River to deteriorate and has become one of the reasons why Accra keeps flooding. You have gone to see this for yourself.
Yes. And I understood firsthand why Accra will keep flooding, because the channel that exits into the sea is blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the last pictures, I don't know if you can find it, is a mound of greenery and bush sitting in the middle of the lagoon. If you can pull it up and show us, that would be fantastic so we can discuss that. Because, this. You would think this is a forest or this is some kind of a, grassland somewhere. This is in the heart of the lagoon. Charles, you won't believe it.
But how did this
I have a wider
happen?
shot that shows the water on the sides, but this is the heart of the lagoon. You can literally build on this. It's firm enough to build on. There you have it. So what we saw just now is to the left of this picture.
Okay.
What you just saw is on the left of this picture. This is just the extreme right of the same picture that we're looking at. Okay. So it's filth, it's debris, it's silt. And we say we are dredging, and I'm asking, so that's it. So now you're seeing the water channel here, and this is the left of what we saw, the image that filled the entire screen. This is the left of it that you're seeing there. And this is the channel. So you see, it's blocked. The entire lagoon has been blocked.
So is it deliberate filling? Is it people?
No, it's not deliberate filling. It's just, they say they are desilting. Nobody is desilting anything. Trust me. From what I saw, I don't know what they're desilting. Because if you're really desilting, this should not be here. Because nobody has deliberately dumped anything in here. We would see the trucks if they were deliberately dumping. But no, it's just over time this has built up. Because we've just not done the work that we're supposed to do. Maybe you will send a few, machines into the water, and they'll be working day and night, digging up stuff in some one corner. But really, if you say Accra is flooding, this is a choke point. This is a choke point. It's like you have a long water hose, and then you press the tip. This is what's happened. You've tightened the tip. So what's going to happen? The water is just going to back up. That's
going to
exactly,
find its own course.
Exactly. This is what's happening here.
I'm sure there's a website for viewers.
Yeah, so we have, so on channel1news.com, we have the stories there. So people can just go and check it out. It's called Reviving the Korle Lagoon. All right, of course, the Korle Lagoon actually is fed by the Odo River. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Grateful to you, Kwekwe.
Thank you.
KD, thank you for coming. Well, this is still the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. Still ahead. Abosiokai spare parts dealers reduce prices of goods to reflect consistent appreciation of the cedi against the US dollar. We have details in a bit. Please stay with us.
You are welcome to two of Ghana's finest addresses, Willow Lane and Alphabet City, located at Sakomon. Alphabet City is a premier gated community with 24/7 security. Willow Lane, where luxury meets comfort, spacious 4-bedroom homes with walk-in closet, elevators, and gourmet kitchens. Two lifestyles, one trusted developer at Waylead. Our buildings are ready for you to move in right now. So visit waylead.org or call 0240 111119 to book a private tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trot from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Obeying later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go feel the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go feel be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go feel the luckiest.
That
boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 #. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Polytech is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytech, we get sumo, Rambo, and get sumo super. And the Polytech, we did.
Polytech, papa no Ankasa.
Your health is in your hands, but at some point, it passes on to us. At Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center, we believe that quality healthcare isn't a privilege, it's a right. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we are fully prepared to effectively deal with all colorectal and proctological conditions. Our team of highly skilled doctors, surgeons, and nurses are renowned for their expertise in minimally invasive and painless laser, ligature, and lungoproctological surgery. We are committed to providing a wide range of services to meet the diverse needs of our patients. Mintuba Hospital, your health is our priority. Visit Mintuba Hospital today or call us at 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Welcome back. This is the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. Next is business with Netele Nete Ajao.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
We're not sure what caused the panic, but if you're
Masquerades are scary, but bills shouldn't scare you. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes, 1-year insurance cover, and more. Tap into vibes in the EcoBank 5-Star Enjoyment Promo. Up to 15% discount when you use our cards and digital platforms. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Hello, Natalie. Good to see you.
Good to see you. You're back.
Yes, I am back.
Yeah.
What do you have for us in business?
You know that the Trades Minister called on Abosokan spare parts dealers to reduce their prices to reflect the CD appreciation. So we visited the Abosokan spare parts enclave, and we have some reports that yes, they've started reducing them.
Okay, I think that's good news. We'd like to hear it.
Okay, let's get straight to our stories. And some spare parts dealers at Abosokan have reduced the prices of their goods to reflect the appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the dollar. Following a meeting with the Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry over price irregularities, the Spare Parts Dealers Association announced a price reduction, which has taken effect as confirmed by Channel 1 News' Daniel Odromesa in this report.
The dealers say the strengthening cedi has eased import-related cost pressures, allowing them to pass on part of the savings to consumers. They note that although the extent of their reductions varies based on product type and supplier, the trend is likely to continue if the local currency maintains its stability in the coming weeks.
See the prices no ever from intina semotin kase aba from dollar no aba from since first no intina more na aba from say break pad we first na me turn 200 cedis dollar number for no mekoyi na duty no ko for mo I was me turn 100 cedi said the buyer won so ho beto
First, say leather seat cover say e be over first me turn 500. It's the same thing me turn 450. E be over 700. First this year me the 650.
Spare parts dealer Stephen Asante added that despite the price drops across several product lines, trading remains generally slow as consumer confidence is yet to fully recover.
Right now, the business is, I can't say it stands still, but it's up and down. Sometimes you come, the business moves. Sometimes you come to the business very down.
Meanwhile, the Abosi Okran Spare Parts Dealers Association says it is aiming for more substantial price reductions by the end of the year and into 2026. The association says it will continue engaging its members to ensure further downward adjustments as market conditions improve. Head of Communications, Techiado, explains.
60 to 70% is not enough. We need more. We need at least 20% or 25% added to it. So from the end of this year in 2026, because of the budget, you understand, because of the budget, I must say it will be 9.9%, as I saw your story. You see, in other terms, 99.9%. We see more reduction. That's 2026.
The traders say a sustained effort to stabilize the cedi against the dollar would provide much needed relief for both them and their customers. For Channel One Business, I am Daniel Oduro-Mensah.
Presidential hopeful of the Association of Ghana Industries, Ralph Aite, is proposing a decisive national effort to reduce Ghana's over $2 billion annual import bill by strengthening consumer demand for locally produced goods. He believes a strong domestic presence for made-in-Ghana food products will not only cut import dependence, but also stabilize the local manufacturing and agro-processing sector. This report has more details.
Ghana's annual food import bill, now exceeding $2 billion, continues to mount pressure on foreign exchange reserves and deepen the country's broader economic vulnerabilities. Industry watchers warn that without a decisive shift towards local consumption, the strain on the economy will persist. AGI presidential hopeful and chief executive officer of Coconut Grove Hotels, Ralph Aite, argues that increasing patronage of Ghanaian-made food products offers a viable pathway towards easing the burden.
It's very, very important that we try as much as possible to reduce the 2 billion to 2.5 billion import bill that we have on food. I mean, most of the food we consume take just about 3 months. Talk of maize, talk of rice, millet, etc. Just about 3 months. So it's important that we develop the appetite and consciousness to produce and consume what we have. Okay, when we do that, we reduce the burden on our cedi.
Beyond food consumption, Ralph Aite is also advocating for a revitalization of the cotton value chain to support existing textile factories, with trial activities expected to commence in January.
This one, as well as there's another bag, is for a 2.5 hectare land. Okay, so we want to gauge the productivity, that is the output. But the emphasis here is that we are going quite mechanized, but most importantly, irrigated. So we want to have 2 cycles in a year. And those 2 cycles, we're looking at between 12,000 and 15,000 hectares of land. And that is supposed to give us about 50 yards of fabric for the various industries.
Let's now bring you an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for business. I am Neteli Ajaho. Back to you, Charles.
Thank you very much, Neteli. Well, let's do some more stories and head to Parliament. The House has approved the abolishment of the COVID-19 levy. The levy, introduced under the Akufo-Addo administration to support pandemic-related expenditure, has now been scrapped after the Finance Minister announced its repeal in the 2026 budget. Government says the move is intended to boost household incomes, support businesses and drive economic transformation. Channel 1 News' Parliamentary correspondent Ni Ayikwe reports.
The House on Tuesday approved the COVID-19 Health Recovery Levy Repeal Bill 2025, which seeks to abolish the COVID-19 tax.
This year alone, the ordinary Ghanaian who uses electricity has been burdened with a total of 18.4% electricity tariffs alone. 18%. This is the total tariffs you've imposed on the ordinary Ghanaian. So you don't turn around and create the impression that, oh, this is a COVID levy, the ordinary businessman was paying, so you are taking it away as if you care. You don't.
You were collecting COVID-19 taxes when COVID had since gone. You were the only country imposing COVID-19 taxes on the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, you were collecting 3 billion a year from COVID-19 for 4 years without COVID. Mr. Speaker, they were the people who were collecting e-levy and told us that e-levy was like Akoba.
Debating the 2026 budget on the floor of Parliament on Tuesday, the Minority Caucus disclosed that medical drone delivery firm Zipline Ghana is scheduled to decommission 3 of its operational centers as a result of the government's unpaid debt of 175 million Ghana cedis. This, the group says, is most likely to affect the lives of persons living in the hinterlands.
That means that they are not supplying blood, medicines, vaccines to the whole Western North, part of Western region, part of Central region, Ashanti region, Ahafo, Bono. Mr. Speaker, they are also shutting down, effective today, Cable Office, the Kachi Distribution Center. And that means that Kachi, part of Savannah, and also East Afram Plains, effective today, people are going to die needlessly of shortage of blood, medication, vaccines. Mr. Speaker, the reason why they are shutting down is because of the lack of funding. This news is terrifying to the ordinary person living in remote areas in this country. Mr. Speaker, as a matter of fact, we must do something urgently about it because the shutdown starts today.
This year, we are distributing not less than 700 medical doctors across the length and breadth of this country. And it is Mr. President's directive that he would not want to hear that there's any district in this country without a medical doctor. Again, in a matter of less than 1 year, we have paid approximately 500 million to nursing trainees as allowance. And in the next 2 weeks, Mr. Speaker, we are going to pay additional 231 million to them. The days of arrears in multiples of 20 months, 10 months, 18 months are gone.
Addressing journalists, the chairman of the Lands and Natural Resources Committee, Collins Dowda, stated that the 10% royalty deal struck by the Akufo-Addo government with Barari DV Ghana Limited for lithium mining in Ghana did not conform with existing laws, hence the need for an amendment of the Minerals and Mining Act 2010. This comes in response of strong opposition from the Minority Caucus over the revised deal, which reflects a 5% royalty rate for lithium mining in Ghana by Barari DV Ghana Limited.
So clearly, government is taking steps to review the laws and importantly to review the policy relating to mining in the country. So we just have to, as gatekeepers, we make the laws and we expect the laws to be implemented. We expect the laws to be obeyed. We cannot make laws expecting implementation and obedience and at the same time do something that runs against the law. It doesn't work like that.
On Wednesday, the majority leader and minority leader will be expected to conclude the debate on the 2026 budget presented to the House by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasia Latofos, and reporting for Channel 1 News from Parliament, Ni Ayukwe Okain.
This is still the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn confident Anthony Joshua will approach fight with YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul with the same level of seriousness as his previous bouts. We are back in a moment. Please don't go away.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out too. You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So yeah, boah, faha.
Mum and Dad, if you're looking for safe, affordable entertainment for your little ones this festive season, GoTV is your family's happy place. On our fun-filled and educational channels, wild imaginations can run free. So, stick with GoTV, at home or on the go with GoTV Stream. GoTV is every happy child's happy place. GoTV. Love it.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being later?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go feel the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go feel be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky, everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the son of man be.
Hey! Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Thank you for staying with the Channel 1 Newsroom. Next is Channel 1 Sports with Yao Ejeminta. Hello, Yao. Good to see you.
Good to be here, Charles.
Charlie, take it away.
Okay. And now, boxing promoter Eddie Hearn has debunked the notion that former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua won't take his upcoming fight against Jake Paul seriously. Now, Joshua will be taking on Paul, a YouTuber turned professional boxer, on December 19 in Miami in a heavyweight bout with each fighter in line to get $50 million. However, the fight has generated a ton of debate over the worthiness of Joshua's opponent, but Hearn believes Joshua will approach the fight with the same level